Instead of Niger Delta people to come together and ask themselves a question, as a matter of fact, 87% of the oil well in Niger Delta belongs to the north. Precious, it belongs to the north. Northerners are the owners of this oil well in the Niger Delta. That was what I told Asari when he was making us about Igbos, as if Igbos are his problem. There are things people cannot do. I'm telling you, there are people he cannot even talk to. He can't even mention their name. Say he want to probe corrupt. He cannot try it.
Are you there? Niger Delta people, Asari and the rest of them. Igbo this, Igbo that. Igbo people are too domineering. They want to chance you. They want to take everything. Ask them how. Now, your oil is being controlled by the north. About 70-something% of your oil is controlled by the north. Igbo dominance. Is that what we are seeing? Who is taking over your oil? Who has taken over? How many Niger Delta chiefs are in charge of your crude oil? Igbo this, Igbo that. You don't want a union within the Igbo. Meanwhile, we are not asking for this union again. No. We are only looking for our fellow Igbo speakers, Igbo brothers. But we are not your enemies and we cannot be your enemies. But we are looking for our Igbo bloods. Before you know what is happening, they would have taken over everything. You guys are the ones guarding pipeline for your own oil. Meanwhile, just watch this video and we'll right back. We got to analyze some things.
Like a signed document. That's what I'm looking at here. It's like you're signed that you will not do this, you will not do this. That's okay. Go and stay in Asari. The news done the trend. In fact, I was expecting that by now somebody would have spoken about this thing. Unfortunately, nobody is saying anything from Asari.
So it can't be like say we just they covered the way thing happen to certificate. We know they talk about things when they happen. Go. This our money they go down.
Yes. The thing is that before now we have always known. Remember when the borders were closed or supposed to be closed? It was also two northerners, this Boa and Dangote, that were allowed to...
They bringing in...
Yeah, taking out and bringing in their goods. They were the only two companies. Over the years, my dear, this entitlement mentality from the north is so annoying. This oil that you are talking about, not be Niger Delta get them. Why is it that in everything where they do, nobody they even record with Niger Delta? They only give them crumbs from the table and they will be scrambling for it. Mention one Niger Delta person who is doing big oil business.
Tompolo, where they give pipeline surveillance.
To do security for pipeline. So that one na job, Abi. To do security for pipeline. You go to watch pipeline while the oil is going to pass through to the wherever it's going to be. That one a business. That is why I'm laughing at both Asari and Tompolo. Instead of them to talk about their region, look at what is going on. Look at how many billions of dollars we are talking about. And this oil is coming from Niger Delta. Instead of Niger Delta people to come together and ask themselves a question, as a matter of fact, 87% of the oil well in Niger Delta belongs to the north. Precious, it belongs to the north. Northerners are the owners of this oil well in the Niger Delta. That was what I told Asari when he was making us about Igbos, as if Igbos are his problem. Look at what is going on. You are taking the resources from my land to go and feather your nest in your own place. And you say we are one Nigeria.
It is surprising to say so far the only agency where this government don't come and talk say they prove now only CBN. And at the end they allege say plenty corruption happen. The company like say NMPC no get corruption, NCAA no get corruption, other agencies no get corruption. So I make you just in fact,
I am so happy to say this in common because I've been saying it that unless Nigeria is restructured, anybody that goes to Asari Rock is just like a caretaker. The main landlord is in the north, who will decide what you will do and what you will not do. We can see it playing out even under Tinubu. There are things Tinubu cannot do. I'm telling you, there are people he cannot even talk to. He can't even mention their name. Say he want to probe corrupt. He cannot try it. It's like a signed document. That's what I'm looking at here. It's like you're signed that you will not do this, you will not do it. That's okay. Go and say Asari. That is what it looks like. If not, if Tinubu actually meant to clean up Nigeria, he would have started from NNPC. He would have started from there. But look at it. Even under his word, look at what is going on. They just use Emefiele as a sacrificial lamb because he's from the Niger Delta minority. Who is his godfather? He has nobody. That's why look as if Emefiele is the... Nobody is even talking of his principal who were telling him what to do. Nobody. These other places now where corruption is staring us in the face, Tinubu will not talk about it. He will pretend as if he did not see it. Even this aviation, since they wrote to Kiyamo, has he uttered a word? He won't utter a word. It's just a phone call. Don't listen to that letter they wrote you. Don't probe anybody. And that's it. But he will come out and be shouting as if he's a Mr. Saint. My dear, we are in a deeper mess. That is how to describe what is going on. We are in a deeper mess. All this talk that you are going to revive the economy, you are just to lip service. Nobody is serious about. As long as this APC is concerned, they are not ready to do anything because they are 10 and 10 pence. They are 5 and 6. No difference between Buhari and the Tinubu. Tinubu cannot prove all that Buhari did in office. So it means that we are not going anywhere. We are not. That is why all the people that Buhari put in place, they are still acting as if Buhari is in charge. They are not even bothered. Because they know that Tinubu will not call them to question. They know. In fact, with the baggages Tinubu is carrying, does he have the temerity to call anybody for probe? He won't try it. That is why I've been telling people that we are not there yet. All this night that let's give him a chance. Which chance? You have seen the handwriting on the wall. You are still waiting. Which chance? It's unfortunate. They wrote a letter to the in fact, that day, heads would have started rolling in that organization. Why do you think that Nigerian Airways cannot fly? Is that not this type of thing? 8 billion naira. These are not outsiders. These are people that are working with the DG himself. They are in the same office, so they know everything. They are the ones approving the voucher, so they know what they are talking about. It's not as if it's a PD person who wrote the petition or Labour Party person. These are insiders. Yet, it has been swept under the carpet. Not even a word. Not even a word. First of all, Kiyamo left what is happening in his ministry. And he's discussing issues that don't concern him. Talking about speaking from both sides of the mouth. The same man he was prosecuting years ago for certificate forgery is now supporting him, claiming that what has gone better between that time and now? Is it not the same certificate? That will tell you that we don't have men of principle. We don't. Precious. This thing is deeper than you're seeing it. It's deeper. But let me tell you, people have been talking of Rwanda. Every time they say Rwanda, one journalist, one broadcaster was talking about mosquito and cockroach. One core problem in Rwanda was not about any propaganda or hate speech. It was not. It was because of this type of thing. The Belgian masters took the Tutsis as their own. They empowered them. They placed them in places of authority in Rwanda. Because the Belgians believe that the Tutsis resemble them in their color. They have the same color. So they empowered them. Meanwhile, the Hutus who said that, but we are the same country now. Why are you putting them above? You are giving them everything. What is our own? That was what caused the problem in Rwanda. When they could no longer tolerate it, they don't have anything. They can't get jobs. They can't get contract. They got annoyed and said, okay, let us destroy everything. That was what happened in Rwanda. That was why the Hutus went angry and started. They will not go and study water. And let me tell you, anywhere where there is injustice, where there is nepotism, where there is discrimination, go and check what happens to such a country. Go and check. It's a question of time before people start reading meaning into all these things. and say, okay, so we are now slaves in our own country. They will not look at all this. People have been writing, people have been talking. Nobody will pay attention. Nobody. Until when it will become a problem, they will now look for one scapegoat. It was this journalist who was writing. It was this journal presenter who said something on radio. Meanwhile, the real issue that is going on now, that is happening, nobody will talk about it. How can you be in a country where you cannot get any good job, even though you are more than qualified? Then they will take somebody who is not even qualified and put as your head. How come? Will you feel happy in that country? Will you be patriotic in that country? It's not even as if the people that are placing this authority, they are qualified. It's not as if they know anything. It's just to see that they are be chopping money. Is that not what Nigeria is where it is today? All the people that Buhari put in office, if they are really experts in their field, Nigeria will not be like this now. It's that they just put them there, go and eat money, go and chop money.
My ear don't hear things, so this country is totally being run down. But the particular place I want to talk about is Niger Delta. The Niger Delta used to feel, not all of them, because there are Igbo part of this Niger Delta, but mainly the non-Igbos. They used to feel these Igbos are parasitic. These Igbos wants to take us. They want to control us. Well, I don't think Igbo would have oppressed you compared to what you are seeing in Nigeria. You remember Jonathan was a president. It was as if the North should hack him down. The animosity during the time of Jonathan, they were like, how can Jonathan rule? They forgot these are the people whose area provides for Nigerian major foreign exchange earner, which is crude oil. Jonathan was just there for a few years. What about Alice Madeke? According to allegations, she stole a lot of money, which I'm not here to support her. But the way it's being talked about in the news, the way the Northerners talk about it, hey, please, can you tell us who has looted this country more than the North? Northerners, yes. Is there anyone that has looted Nigeria more than the North? When Alice Madeke stole allegedly a certain amount, anybody you meet, any Northerner you meet in the street of the North, hey, Alice Madeke, Oga, make una calm down. And you know what I'm saying? It is the Niger Delta people that have caused this. Because they don't want a unity within the Igbo. Now, we are not asking for such unity again. Our own project is to unify the Igbo. We are not asking for such unity because we believe there are people who are still in their midst that will tell them we are trying to gain. Do you know what has been taken from Niger Delta in the name of Nigeria? I'm not trying to talk about secession, but do you know what has been taken? You want to push the Igbo man aside. You have lost. Now look at the highest job they give to your people is to guard pipelines. And some of you, Asari, Tompolo, at the end of each, the expiration of the pipeline contract, they will scramble for it again to see who gets it. Crude oil from your place. A particular guy from a job told me, next to him, or even, in the building he stays, he used to hear hums. Crude oil moving, heading for somewhere, sometimes to Kaduna refinery. And his place is not fixed, though. The crude oil is moving to the north. Those days of Kaduna refinery functioning, moving to somewhere else. And you, the owner, remember, in the process of trying to get this crude oil, some of the waters are damaged that you cannot fish. What about Oil West? What they do? Oil West destroys area, including your plants. The damages done by oil exploration, you know what it means? Oil processing. It's not Igbo man that is doing this to you. It's not Igbo man. The man talked a lot about a lot of things, but I'm focusing on Niger Delta that sees Igbos as a threat. I'm not trying to tell you to now come back, no, but we are looking at the situation now. Oil from your place, majority of the oil wells owned by the North. Yes, majority of the oil wells are owned by the North. You're trying to push Igbo away. Somebody from far away, almost 1,000 kilometers away, is now the owner of your... You say you have sense. Is there any sense in it? In the name of Nigerian project. Meanwhile, I am not here to oppose Nigeria project. I'm trying to look at things, situation of things. Go to Abuja. Abuja is fixed. There is no Niger Delta state that can compare to Abuja. But where is the money that was used to fix Abuja from Niger Delta? Even parts of Lagos, Niger Delta money was used to fix it. Majority. Most structures in the north, Niger Delta oil. And all you people could do is to guard pipelines. Some of the time you protest, those people at Mobile Shell will dash some of your big people some money, and they will share among themselves. You will not even see it used for projects. And you are currently Igbo man. Look at what is happening in NNPC. How many Niger Delta people have headed NNPC? Even those ones who managed to, we are still being dictated to. They are told what to do. They are being used. They are being manipulated. Unless they tell them to go this way, they will not go this way. They don't have a say of their own. Look at Kachuku. Kachuku is from Niger Delta. They are quite alright, he's Igbo. Does he have a say? And that is why he left quietly. Look at the kind of money that is being, look, okay, have you seen any changes in NNPC? It is still Abba Kyari. One Abba Kyari, not the one that is dead, that is in charge. And it's still there till now. And look at what he's saying. Tinubu cannot even change him. The setup. Tinubu cannot even change it. All of these are Niger Delta money. And Niger Delta people are not in charge. Zamfara gold is for Zamfara. Niger Delta oil, Nigeria. That is really where I want to focus on, not other things he's talking about. Look at the kind of money that is being spent. Are we talking about the aviation? But I don't want to go that area. Look at what he said on the aviation sector. 8 billion naira that cannot be accounted for. In the name of staff training, fictitious contracts, and the rest of them. We were being forced to stay with people who refused to move forward. And that is what everybody wants. The Niger Delta people wanted it. And that is what we are getting. Niger Delta, this video is specifically for you. The non-Igbo speaker and some Igbo speakers too who are opposed to Igbos of Southeast. This video is for you. Go and think. Meanwhile, we are not calling for any secession whatsoever. No, we are just telling you to think. There were times we had opportunity to forge ahead. I don't know about now, but I just want you to think. No be Igbo man, they do you. Stop pointing at Igbo man. Know what you do to get your rights. Yeah. We Igbos will know what to do to get their own rights. Nobody's calling for any. Now here I say make I leave this video. I don't tire. Wanna bye for now. Share widely, please. Share widely, please. Share widely. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere.